Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Or maybe buenos días, buenas noches. Welcome to Lima again. My name is Vanessa Vasquez. I am your Lima City tour guide and as well your Spanish teacher. Thanks a lot for joining this afternoon, this event from home. Events like this one are run from Lima live thanks to Hago. And well, Hago has been really a lifesaver for most of us. To me, Hago has been the opportunity to reach out new levels in terms of my guiding, and also it has been the way how I've been able to get in contact with some passions I had that I had to leave aside because of life. One of the things I wanted to do was to be a teacher of Spanish. My grandmother was a teacher, so probably I have that in my veins. So thanks a lot for joining, and I hope you enjoy this series. This is really part of a series of classes that have the only aim to show you the beauty of Spanish, but we're going to be for moments a little bit more technical. I know many of my colleagues around the world are doing tours to show you the beautiful cities in their language. Even some of these tours are in Spanish. So I plan to do this series to give you some tools to understand Spanish from the foundation and being able to travel everywhere around the world where Spanish is a first language, and being able to strive to succeed in this travel. And I think when you learn the locals language, and you start speaking their language, their hearts open right away. So the way of communication is completely different. I am from Lima, Peru. And in Peru, of course, we speak Spanish as, let's say, the first language, or is considered, the most spoken language. But of course, we have other languages, Quechua, Aymara, and many other languages in the jungle of Peru in particular, where there is the biggest number of these languages. And all of them are considered official languages in Peru. We have about 40 languages in Peru. So you can imagine that in Peru, we have also lots of different elements from those languages that are also included in our own way of speaking, like Quechua, for example. We have lots of words from Quechua that we have taken borrowed in Spanish. At some point, we're going to talk about those words, but we are in the beginning. We are in the basics. So these first minutes are just to say hi to you, give you an introduction, allow people to come to join, because if you are like Peruvians, Peruvian time is never on time. So I'm just giving some time, these first 5 minutes for people to join. And well, thanks a lot for coming. So let me say hi to all the people joining. By the way, thanks a lot for your support. Also, if you would like to get some extras in terms of our Spanish class, Spanish course, I am going to do always 2 classes open in Hago to all my friends from all over the world. And also for my sponsors, if you want to become a sponsor and you want to practice a little bit more of Spanish, to my sponsors, I'm giving 2 additional private classes on Zoom. And the idea of using Zoom is to be able to hear your pronunciation, and also to have a better, more active conversation, more like one-on-one in a way. So if you would like to have those classes, please support my channel becoming a sponsor. Hola, hola amigos. Hola, hola Martin. Hello, Natalie. Marilu, my dear, thanks for coming. Hola, hola Matthew. I'm just randomly saying hi. So many people joining. Muchas gracias. Gracias, JB. Thanks a lot for coming. And well, we are going now to begin. Let me turn the camera. Also, as we continue going on these events in Spanish classes, we are going to be able to speak, of course, more fluently, and I will be using less and less English and more Spanish. I am also coordinating with my colleague Elizabeth in Arequipa. Gracias, Marlene. Thank you, amiga. To also like do these sessions at home with me, classes, and she's going to do tours in Spanish in Arequipa. So in that way, we both can help you to thrive in your Spanish. And gracias for your tip support, by the way. Thanks for your propinas, that's in Spanish, because that helps our channel, my channel in this case, and Heygo to continue existing. So I want to just give you recapitulation of the last class, and we're going to do a little practice, just all of us, about the, of course, the introduction to any language is the alphabet, right? So I want you to practice with me one last time the alphabet at home. So in the last class, we've been able to put the proper position for each one of these letters in the tongue, the mouth. But we're going to do one more time. Gracias, Martin. Thank you, amiga. The alphabet. Okay, so we're going to begin all together because we don't want to forget this. The alfabeto or abecedario. So we will begin with the first letter. A, B, C, Ch, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, E, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, sorry, R, I always jump that one, R, R, S, T, U, B, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, so we have the pronunciation of the name of the letters of the alphabet in Spanish. So as you can see, also I left below each one of the letters a word that will give you also, is connected with the letter. For example, we have Ana, bebé, baby. Casa, house. Chuyo. Chuyo means hut. Is the way how we call the hut that we use in the Andes. Chuyo. Dedo. That's finger. Enano. Dwarf. Foco. Foco is the light bulb. Gato. Cat. Ahora. Just to give you an idea that the H in Spanish is silent. Also, in the case of ahora, you can see that there's basically no letter pronunciated between the A and the O. Ahora, now. Iglesia, church. Jamón, ham. Kilo, kilogram. Loro, parrot. Llama. But llama has two meanings. It means fire, torch of fire, and llama, the animal. Mama. Nilo, Nile. Mañana. Once again, mañana. Remember that when you do that letter, is the end with the little thing on top, like that tilde on top. You have to put your tongue up in the palate. Mañana, tomorrow. Oso, bear. Puerta, that's door. Queso, cheese. By the way, queso, we don't pronounce the U between the Q and the E. Is silent also. In that case, that U is silent. We don't say queso, we say queso. Cheese. Pero. Pero means but. So for example, no, when you are, let's say, saying, I would love to go, but I have to work, right? Pero. But notice that the next word is perro. Oh, that's a different thing. Look at the rolling. Perro. That is dog. Dog. Sapo. Frog. Toro. Bull. Uva. Grape. Vaca. Cow. The B of bebé and the B of vaca, they don't really have much difference when you use them in most of Latin American countries. I know that in other countries, that B of vaca is V, with the lips, V, but we don't do much of that pronunciation. So it's vaca. Like my name, Vanessa. So once again, Brenda, not clear, no worries. This B and this other B in Spanish, in most of Latin American countries, they don't make different sounds. Like, for example, in North America, every time I say my name to Americans, they say, what's your name? I say, Vanessa. And I say, oh, with this B? No, with this one. And they say, oh, but you should pronounce Vanessa. And I say, well, in Spanish, in local Spanish, Peruvian Spanish, we don't make this sound V when we say vaca. We say just vaca, vaca. Okay? So just to tell you that this one here and this one here don't make much difference. Okay? Oh, and if you're having some problems with the internet, Marlene, please refresh. Because here I see my connection is strong. Hola, Marilu. Thanks for coming, my dear. So try to just refresh. So yes, exactly, Natalie. Exactly. So both B's are pronounced the same. So don't worry. Wanda. Well, the W is a letter that is blended from the English alphabet. So it is exactly the same pronunciation in English. Helen, good question. I will teach you Peruvian Spanish, but Peruvian Spanish is very neutral in comparison to Argentinian or Chilean. So I think, of course, that Peruvian Spanish will be very useful everywhere you go. Xilófono. Xilófono. The X sounds pretty much like the S. Xilófono, but with a little yo-yo. The Y or the Y is pretty much like the I. It's almost the same sound. This one here and this one here, they sound almost the same. And finally, the Z, Zeta, it sounds also like S. We don't make much difference between the Z and the S in Peru and in most of Latin America. In Spain, they make a different sound. Like, for example, zapato. They say zapato, shoe. Huh? But for us, is zapato. It sounds more like the S, zapato. Mm-hmm. So these were just little exercises with the letters, and now we are going to focus with the numbers. So we're going to have the chance, to to practice the numbers. Okay, so class number 2. By the way, you can download this printable from this link over here, where I have created this printable for you all. So you can use it later. You can write in it. It's for free. Okay? So today we're going to talk about the numbers. In Spanish, los números. Something important, when you see in Spanish this little, like mark here, right? This little stick, that is called tilde. Gracias, JB. Gracias. There you see also, JB, my friend, is sharing the link to the free printable. So I hope you can use it, and that will be of a good help for you all. So when you see this tilde, this is a tilde, you have to emphasize the energy, the strength of your pronunciation in that letter. For example, we will never say los números or los números. No. It's easy. You see the tilde here, and you know it's los números. Los números. Okay? So now we're going to continue, and we're going to practice again the numbers. Okay? And I will be doing with you a practice on numbers. See? We're going to begin with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look, this one, the Q-U-I. Oh, but remember, you don't pronounce in this combination the U. 15, 16. Look at this. Starting from 16, we can see the combination of 10, y, and 6. 16. Oh, 17. Is Peruvian Spanish very different from Catalan, Ronnie? Yes. Actually, Catalan and Spanish from Spain are both very different languages. So they have probably some similarities, but very few. When you hear someone from Catalonia speaking, even myself as speaking in Spanish, first language, I don't get anything. 18, 10 y 8, right? 18. 19, 20. Okay, so you can see that it will not be so difficult for you to connect later when you start to memorize the numbers, because this printable is also for you to practice at home. The numbers, they have a connection also with their the units of that are included in them. Next, 21, 22. So look at this, 20. 20 comes from 20. Oh, sorry, this one is Sorry. Okay. 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so why I stop the counting here in 30 and I am adding now later the tens, right? It is easy because up to, let's say, 30, the way how you are counting, although you can deduce 20, 29, 9, you have to still to memorize a little bit of the writing. But in a moment, you're going to see how easy it turns. After 30, it gets very easy. So you just have to memorize the tens, right? So after 30, 30, we have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then we jump to 1,000, 1,000. And then we have, I'm jumping a little bit more. 10,000, 10. Remember, 10,000, 10,000. 100,000, 100. We have 100,000. Right. Easy. So you are going to be able to count with no problem when you finish this course with me today. And also we're going to keep practicing numbers little by little because I don't want you to forget. You're going to be able to count up to at least 100,000 in Spanish with no problem, with no big deal. Okay? So we're going to continue practicing a little bit more. Just give me a second. Going down. Sorry. Over here. Okay, so we're going to continue with some practices. When is the next lesson? Elisabetta, I have another one in 2 more weeks. Yes, in 2 more weeks. So please come to my next session as well. I will be practicing a little bit of the numbers, and we are going to jump to the days of the week and the months, because this is Spanish for traveling. So when you're going to be traveling, you need also to communicate, or maybe, let's say, be able to make sure, like the date, or tell someone about, a specific reservation on certain day. So you need to know that, okay? No, my pleasure, Elisabetta, my pleasure. Natalie, yes, indeed. Spanish is a Romance language, as well as Italian, French, Portuguese. So if you know those languages, you are going to be able definitely to understand Spanish. Of course, we have our own things. Sometimes they don't make sense, but you will learn. No worries. So we're going to practice now this section here, okay? I want you to do a little exercise, mental exercise, and imagine, or try to figure, how do you think these numbers better here? Because I want to help you a little bit. Are pronounced in Spanish, okay? Okay, amigos? Muy bien. So we're going to begin. See? So, how do you think is this number in Spanish? Okay, we're going to do a little exercise. Of course, you don't have to write because you're going to write the same number, 37. But think. We have the 30 and the 7. Okay, so how do you think it will be? 37. Muy bien, Nani. Excelente. Excelente. Let me actually tell you exactly how it is, but you are really doing great, Nani. My congratulations. So let me go to the list. I have a list with all the proper, like writing. Okay, so we have it here. We are in the section of the 30s. So we have 30, okay? And then what we have next? Nani, you were very close because your deduction was related with the 20s, right? But actually it's much easier, Nani. And it's much easier than you can imagine. Because until 29, 29, we don't see the the Y, the Y in between the two numbers. But here we will see that Y until 99. Okay? So look at this. For example, 37. So it's even easier. Muy bien, Nani, by the way. Excellent. So we're going to continue. Now, deduction from the next ones. Being able to use also this example, I think you're going to have it much easier. So which one was the next one? Okay. Now, no more help. You will do it on your own. Okay? Vamos. Next number. Let's go a little bit like over here. This one here. 46. 46. Oh, Brenda, I'm so sorry. I still see my connection strong. Please refresh, Brenda, please. If you find any difficulty with the internet, let me know, of course, but I can tell you that here is strong, so please refresh. Gracias, Brenda. Thanks for letting me know. So, okay. So who goes here? 46. Muy bien, Colín. 46, Elisabetta. 40. Oh, y 6. Muy bien, Elisabetta. Excelente. Colín, bravo. Bravo. We go to the next one. 54. 54. So here you have all the numbers. 54. Bravo, bravo. Excelente, excelente. Natalie, the only correction is the QU. In this case, you don't need it. It is just CU. But excelente. 54. Next one. 63. 63. Very good, Natalie. No worries. 63. Excelente. 63. Adrian. Muy bien. 63. Excelente, Natalie. Excelente. So we are doing it. Huh? Next one. We're getting the more difficult. 74. 74. 74. 74. Natalie is not 60, is 70. Muy bien, Colín, 74. Natalie, you were very close. Muy bien, Adrian, 74. Excellent, Nani. We are close. We are there, Natalie. We are there. Muy bien. You are doing it great. Next one. 88. Marlene, excellent Spanish. 88. And last but not least, excelente, my students. We have 93. Who goes first? 93. You can also at home take your paper and do it. Oh, muy bien, Colleen, 93. Adrian, Marlene, Helen. We are graduated in the numbers from 1 to 99. And now we're going to the next section. Let me just go to the other section because we have to go a little bit more advanced. Okay? So now, I'm so happy, Natalie. I'm so happy you're having a fun time. And you know, Heygo is a platform for exploring, traveling, and learning as well. No? And I hope that, well, learning Spanish will be fun and entertaining for you all. It's my language, my mother language. So it means a lot to me that you are interested in learning my language. Oh? So now we're going, gracias, Martin. We're going to the hundreds. Okay? And it's getting also more interesting. So, gracias, Natalie. Gracias, amigos who are helping and cooperating with the tip, because you know this is a free platform and we are not being paid by Heygo. We are paid by your generosity, your support, and it helps not just the guys, also Heygo, because a percentage of the tips goes to Heygo for Heygo to continue existing as a free platform. We're going to the hundreds. And, oh, gracias, gracias. So we go to the 100. This is the part that we have to memorize. That's why I made the printable, because I want you to practice at home. Practice every day a little bit. So let's pronounce correctly the numbers. So, 100, 200. Look, dos, number 2, cientos. Oh, we say like in plural, no? Cientos. 300. 300. Isn't this easy? 400. 400. 500. Ooh, this one is to be memorized. Kin. It comes from the, let's say, the Roman origin of the word, the quinto, the fifth, right? So this is its ancient form, the 5 in its ancient form, okay? 500, 600, 600. 700. So do you remember siete? Siete. So you take the I out and it's sete. 700. 800. And here another Roman origin, no? 900. Oh, nove instead of nueve. 900. 1000. It's just one L and not two. I don't know why I did the typo. 1000. Okay? So we are now going. Oh, gracias for sharing the link. Gracias, JB. And there you have also the link for my upcoming events. You all are invited to all of my events. Please, amigos, come. We're going to have fun with this Spanish. So now we have some examples, and I know this is a little bit more difficult, but we are ready. I think there is a little interruption of my internet. It dropped down briefly and is back. Are you able to see me? Are you able to see me or hear me? See? Okay. Good. So this is something I hope it will not interrupt our lesson. Gracias, amigos. Gracias, amigas. So imagine how this number is pronounced in Spanish. That's 102. Natalie, muy close. Very, very close. Very close, Adrian. So let's go to this number. Once again, we're going here. So we have some exceptions also. And the first numbers of the after 100 are to be memorized. Okay? So we're going to this part. So after 100, we add TO. Okay? Colleen, muy close. Very, very close. But you can see that in these first numbers, no, there's no Y. Is 101, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. And for example, how is 111? If we have 110, what is the next number after 10? Who remembers? Going back up because I want to help you. Just to give you an idea how this works. I know someone has commented. I'm just looking to the page, going up, up, up. And then I'm going to check the comments. I'm sure I'm going to be surprised. Okay. 11, muy bien. 111, claro. Carol, Natalie, muy bien. Fantástico. 11, Nani. Actually, 11, but we are there. We are there, Nani. And I'm sure like when you memorize those first, remember, you have to memorize the writing of at least from 1 to 29, right? With the 29. And then after you can count and finish with no problem. Fatima, it will be 111. 111, right? Ciento, because remember we always add after 100, we add the TO. 111. Muy bien, fantástico, Fátima. So, what is the next number? 112. 113. 114. 115. And so on and so on, so on. Okay? So, we are going now to do a little practice also. So, I will tell you a number. Trying to, in the distance, to do the best I can to handle everything. So I will give you just some numbers, okay? I will give you some numbers with the 100 because in the next class, we are going to play also a little bit more with the numbers that are in the rank of 100, right? 200, 300, 400, 500 until 1,000. And we're going to begin with the series of the days of the week and the months, okay? Very important, see? And we're going to then escalate every class with a new series of numbers and new themes also, see? So, well, I will tell you a number and you please tell me in Spanish how you think it is. We're going to be in the hundreds, okay? Oh, let's do it better. Let's do it better. I will say the number in Spanish, and you will put the number, you know, just write it. I'll write the number. Okay? Okay, let's do it. 117. Muy bien, Martín, Caitlin. Natalie, are you dyslexic like me? I am dyslexic, by the way. Muy bien, 117. Fantástico. Oh, excelente. Next, I will give you 5. So we have one less. 195. Muy bien. Excelente, Marilu, Kaylee, Nani, Martín. A little more tricky. 163. Muy bien, Kaylin, Marilu, Elizabeth. I know, Fatima. 60 y 70. That's the difference. 60 is 60, 70 is 70. And I say 163. So 163 is the answer. It's just, I told you it was difficult, that one. We have to just, adapt our hearing. So we had the third example. We have 2 more. 102. Muy bien, Marilu, Martín. 102, 102, ¿eh? Muy bien, muy bien. Don't worry, we are getting, like to hear. I am not saying it slow, like, for visitors. I'm saying it the way it is. If you are catching it as you all doing, it means that, you are adapting your hearing. Natalie, no worries. It was 102, 102. 62. Muy bien, now you have it, Natalie. Muy bien, that's the difference. 102, 62. Just little subtle differences. So, amigos, amigas, we are coming to the end of today's practice. Natalie, we're coming to the end of today's class. Practice. Also, I would like to, first of all, thank you all for coming and for participating. These are 100% practical classes. I want them to be fun, entertaining. I want you to feel every time you do these classes with me that you've learned something, that there's something one step closer to that wish to be able to speak Spanish fluently. Thanks a lot for your tip support. It really helps me a lot, especially in times in which tourism in person in Peru once again has been affected. So really thank you so much from my family and from me, and also from Hago, because every time you're able to donate to support with a tip, you're helping also Hago to continue existing as a free platform. I know that it is not possible for everybody to support every day with a tip. And there are also ways to do it through commenting, like sharing the links, inviting friends. But of course, the tips help to Hago to continue being a platform and us also to continue doing the events. So thank a lot in advance. Thank you so much, Fatima, Celtic. I really hope it was of your enjoyment. I am preparing material for you all. This is always for free. As you know, gracias, Nancy. I remember JV, my friend, also shared the link to the Printable that I made for you. Also, I keep adding always new things in the Printable, and every time I'm like already clear with what's going to be the next theme, I add something more. So there you can print, gracias Mary, and use it at home and pass your all the information. I will be uploading also this session that we had today in my YouTube channel. If you don't know how to get to my YouTube channel, you can go to my channel here on HeyGo, www slash www.heygo.com/ Vanessa, and there you will find my Instagram, my Facebook, and YouTube. Gracias, JB. There you can also go to my YouTube and see all my previous events, and including my 2 sessions. With this one is the second of Spanish classes for you all. Last but not least, if you would like to support permanently this channel with as a sponsor, which will be wonderful. Sponsorship program is a blessing for most of us tour guides, because with a donation of $10 per month, you can help us to continue like having certain certainty on how we can make like with HeyGo for the month, and how much effort we can put in the activities we are doing for you all. But as a way to say thanks to my sponsors, I am giving away to them 2 additional sessions per month in Zoom. Some of the people that are here were able to join my event last Friday in my home here on Zoom, and it was wonderful. So it's a different feeling. So if you would like to be able to get these classes, get into these classes, and you have the possibilities, that would be super. All of my other tours will always be open to everybody. I don't want to put like behind a curtain, of sponsorship. My other tours, all of them are open to everybody. But these classes, this is a little way to say thanks to the people who are supporting. Well, thanks a lot for that. Thanks for coming to my tour today. And I have another event in more or less 10 minutes that is going to be a storytelling from my home here. I will be presenting a book, a children's book, and it's going to be a nice way to say also, well, we're going to finish all of this situation of Peru, like we are having a bad time, to finish it with a good way. So, well, thanks a lot for coming, and best to you all. Gracias, amigos. Gertrude, gracias. Thanks for coming, amiga. Gracias, Sue. Thanks a lot. Gracias, Natalie. Gracias, Diane. You're awesome. Thank you so much. And if you would like to also donate, you can do it even after this tour finishes. So you don't need to do it right away. So, gracias. Have a lovely, lovely rest of the day. Gracias, Celtic. You have to come. You have to come to my tours often, please. Gracias. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Gracias, amigos. Gracias, Helen. Thanks for your tip support, amiga. Gracias. Chao. Hasta pronto.